So Christian, what have you learned about technologies from the process of constructing this product?
Well Dan, we have learned that using a high definition camera gives off a better quality and more detailed image, making it more enjoyable for the audience as opposed to a standard camera on a phone.
Yeah, I agree. And also, we also used editing software of Adobe Premiere Pro, which is much more high quality and more effective than software like Windows Movie Maker. Adobe Premiere Pro gives you more effects and transitions, so it gives more options to create a better film for our genre, which is thriller, so we can make it more intense and suspense. We also use Adobe After Effects, to create just some good animations.
Logos.
Yeah, animations for our logo and for the title, just to add more suspense, which is our aim, to create intensity and suspense for our audience so they have a good thriller experience.
So Dan, who would be the audience for our media product?
Well, Christian, our audience is based around the ages between 15 and 25, so basically young adults. We feel that this would be best for them because it's an action-packed film which does contain some mature things like violence and some bits of swearing. So we felt that we gave it a certification of 15 and over. So we felt that this is more appropriate as younger kids will not enjoy our film as much, or maybe become scared because of the intensity and violence.
Looking back at your preliminary task, what do you feel you have learned in the progression from it to the full product?
In our preliminary task, we only used a limited amount of camera shots, like basic long shot, a bit of close up, and some shot reverse shots. Whereas in our film, we progressed that into more vast amount of camera shots. Like we used worm eye, we used tracking shot, we used pan shot, we used more long shots, and we used point of view as well.
Pan.
Oh yeah, and pan. So yeah, we felt like we progressed more in adding more camera shots in our film than in a preliminary task, so it showed we had more experience filming. Also in the editing, we used more better transitions to make it seem more like a flashback from the beginning and the middle towards the end. And we added titles which also had transitions on it to make it seem less blocky and more standard, and make it seem more suspense and intense.
In our final product, we used Adobe After Effects to create the company logo and for the mask which fades in at the end to create a more eerie feeling.
Represent particular social groups.
Our media product represents the younger social group, like teenagers, because we advertise through Twitter feeds and Facebook, which are social networks more commonly used by the younger generation. And we also advertise to the older generation through posters and bus-like billboards, which they'll see on their daily commute to or from work, because if you're an adult, you're obviously more likely to go to work.
And also with adults, this social group is represented in our film, as our characters are in this social group, the adults. So the crimes committed in the film is more likely to occur in this social group. So that's why it represents adults more than the younger social group, like teenagers, because you're less likely as a teenager to go out and kidnap someone, because you don't have the
Media product used, develop or challenge form and convention of real films.
When we researched many thriller films, one film in particular, I Spit on Your Grave, we used the ideas for the costumes, such as the hood up for the kidnapper.
We also decided to give our kidnapper a mask, because that adds to the mystery, as you don't know who is behind the mask. However, in this genre of film, masks are not widely used, So we decided to use one because it wasn't as conventional as having the hood up.
And in our story, we based the story idea on the famously well-known kidnapping film Taken, and we used this because we thought it would be a great idea to have the theme kidnapping, as in this genre of films, the idea of kidnapping is not widely used or frequently used, so this makes our film a little bit more unique to our audience, and therefore it makes it more interesting.